Hi my dear students, this is Murthy. Welcome to Raghav Math e-learning. In today's video, you can learn the basics regarding to inequations. And I will explain what is inequation and how to represent solutions of inequations using the concept of intervals. See, coming to inequation, any statement or expression having one variable or more than one variables contains the sign less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, then such statements or expressions are called inequations. See, suppose this is one inequation. How many variables are there? Yes, we have two variables x and y. Coming to this, it is also one inequation with two variables. Here, this is the inequation having only one variable. Is it? What is inequation? So, inequation is a statement or expression with one or more than one variables contains the signs less than or equal to greater than or equal to are called inequations. You know that how to solve inequations and how to give solutions to inequations. Listen carefully. Suppose I am going to solve one equation 2x minus 3 equal to 0. So solving equation means what? You have to find the unknown value in this equation. Is it? So what is the unknown in this equation? That is x. Is it? So we write it as 2x equal to 3. That is x equal to 3 by 2. So what is the solution set to this equation? Yes, that is x equal to 3 by 2. So you can write the solution set. That solution set for this equation is only one solution is there, that is 3 by 2. Is it? Suppose one equation is like this, x square minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. You have to solve this equation. Is it quadratic? Yes, it is quadratic. What we do for this? We do factorization and we can find the solutions. Is it? So do factorization. You know how to do factorization. Then you can get x minus 1 into x minus 2 equal to 0. Is it? So from this you can write x minus 1 equal to 0 or x minus 2 equal to 0. Is it? So what about the solutions? 1, 2. Is it? So what is the solution set to this equation? That is set bracket 1 comma 2. Yes. How many solutions exist? Yes, two solutions are there. Here how many solutions we got? For this equation we got only one solution. Is it? Right. Now I am going to solve the inequation x minus 5 greater than 0. I have to solve this inequation x minus 5 greater than 0. Okay. So you have to solve the inequation. Solving inequation means again same story. You have to find the values of x. Is it? So you can write it as x greater than 5. Okay. X greater than 5, it's good. So what is the solution? Yes, solution is greater than 5. So greater than 5 means, can I take 5.1? Yes. Why? Because 5.1 is more than 5. Can I take 6? Yes. Can I take 7? Can I take 10.23? Yes. Can you tell how many solutions exist for this? Yes. Infinitely many solutions are there for this. Is it? So one solution is 5.1. Can you tell any solution less than 5.1? Yes, 5.01. Is it? See, suppose I am taking 5 and 5.1. How many real numbers are there between 5 and 5.1? Infinitely many real numbers are there between 5 and 5.1. See, after 5, can I take that 5.01? Yes. Then 5.02 till 5.09. Then we get 5.1, is it? So 5.01 is less than 5.1, but it is more than 5. Is there any real numbers between 5 and 5.01? Yes. Those are 5.001, 5.002 till 5.009, and then we get 5.01. Is it? Is there any real numbers between 5 and 5.001? Yes, add one more 0. Did you understand? So, is there any end for this? No, there is no end for this. You can give infinitely many real numbers between 5 and 5.1. Like that, between every two real numbers, how many real numbers exist? Infinitely many real numbers exist. You must remember that. Is it? So here, what we got? More than 5. More than 5 means, can I give 5.1? Yes. Can I take 5.01? Yes. Can I take 5.1001? Yes. Can you give the solutions as a list of real numbers like this? Is it possible to give solutions of this inequation in this pattern? No, not possible. We are unable to write all those real numbers as a list of numbers. Is it clear? That is the reason to represent solutions of this type of inequations, we use the concept of intervals. Coming to intervals, we have 4 types of intervals. The first one is open interval. Open interval. See, suppose you want to represent all the values which are between two real numbers, then we use this open interval. Here you see, if a less than x less than b, meaning x is in between a and b, means you can take any x value which are between a and b. Suppose here a and b are two real numbers. Between two real numbers, how many real numbers will be there? Yes, infinitely many real numbers are there. Can you write all those real numbers as a list? Not possible. That is the reason we are discussing the concept of intervals. Is it? So here x is in between a and b. Then by that time we represent those values like this. That is, x belongs to open interval a comma open interval b. Here open interval a means a is not there. A is not included. Open interval b, so b is also not included. But you can take any value in between a and b. So a less than x less than b, then all those x values are represents x belongs to open interval a comma b. Here you see we have taken one real line, and on real line I marked these two numbers a and b. Here is a included? No, a is not included. Why? Because there is no equal to sign at a, is it? So at a I have taken a blank circle. Blank circle represents that number is not included. B also not included, so blank circle at b. So you can take every number between a and b except a comma b. Then we represent that with x belongs to open interval a comma open interval b. Is it clear? Right. Coming to second one, that is open closed interval. So open closed interval, if a less than x less than or equal to b, then we represent those values as x belongs to open interval a closed interval b. Easily you can understand. you can take every value in between AB. You can't take A, but you can take B, is it? Why? Because we have equal to sign at B. So B is included, but A is not included. So this represents as X belongs to open interval A comma closed interval B. So open interval means, here open interval A means A is not included. Closed interval B means B is included, is it? And also you can take every value between A and B. Here coming to this real line, A is not included, so blank circle at A. B is included, so dark circle at B. Now you can take every value between AB with B. Is it clear? Right. Coming to third case, that is closed open interval. So if A less than or equal to X less than B, then you can take A, you can't take B, but you can take every value between A and B. So this is denoted by closed interval A comma open interval B, is it? So A included, B is not included. Once you look at this, here at A I have taken dark circle and at B I have taken one blank circle. I think you understand why I did like this. So here the solutions are between A and B, and also we can take A, but B is not included. Is it clear? Coming to the last case, that is closed interval. Suppose the values are in between A and B and A included, B included, then we use this interval, that is A less than or equal to X less than or equal to B. X is in between A and B and X equal to A, X equal to B. Then we can represent this as X belongs to closed interval A comma closed interval B. So closed interval A means A is included. Closed interval B means B is included. Is it right? So on real line also I have taken dark circles at A and B. Why? Because A and B are included, and also all the values between A comma B are solutions. So we represent this with X belongs to closed interval A comma closed interval B. Is it clear? Right. Now we discuss few important points related to solutions of inequations. Okay. While solving any inequation, suppose if you get X greater than A, now you have to give the solution to this inequation. How to give or how to represent the solutions of this inequation we will discuss now. See, X more than A. Suppose I am taking one real line, that is minus infinity to infinity, and mark A on this real line. Suppose I am taking this is A. Is it? Okay. What we want? We want all the values more than A. All the values more than A means, is it right side to A? Yes, right side to A. Is A included? No, A is not included. So here at A you can take one blank circle. So what values you can take once you observe? You can take the values after A. After A means, can I take all the values between A to infinity? Yes, you can take all the values between A to infinity. So how to represent that? That is X belongs to open interval A comma open interval infinity. My dear students, you must remember that minus infinity, infinity are not real numbers, just those are symbols. So here infinity is a symbol which represents very large number, and minus infinity is also a symbol. This represent very least real number. But we don't know what are those real numbers. Is it right? That is the reason you don't take closed interval to minus infinity and infinity in any question. If there is infinity or minus infinity, then you must take open interval at infinity or minus infinity. So here you have to take all the values after a. So after a means what we write? Open interval a to open interval infinity. Is it? Suppose while solving a question, you may arrive at x greater than or equal to a. X greater than or equal to a means you tell, is a included? Yes, a is included and more than a. So a included. So I have taken one dark circle at a. Is it? And more than a. So more than a means after a you can take every. Is it right? So we give the solution as x belongs to closed interval a to open interval infinity. Always open interval at minus infinity and infinity. Here a is included. That is the reason at a I have taken one closed interval. Is it? Coming to third one. To solve the inequation x less than a, or to give solutions which satisfies x less than a, what we do? X less than a. Less than a means, are these values left side to a? Yes, all the values less than a means all the values left side to a. Is a included? No. Why? Because there is no equal to sign, so a is not included. So at a you take one open circle. So less than a we want. So we want all these values. Is it? So here you can tell that what is the solution to this inequation. That is, every value between minus infinity to a is not included. So at minus infinity, anyhow always open interval. So open interval a. So x less than a means we can write x belongs to minus infinity to a. Is it clear? Right. Coming to fourth one, suppose if it is x less than or equal to a. X less than or equal to a means again we take all the values left side to a and also a. Is it? A included. So we have taken one dark circle at a. Is it? We can represent this as, we can take every value between minus infinity and a and also a. So what? Open interval minus infinity to closed interval a. So this is the way of giving solutions to the inequations. Is it clear? And the next important point is, suppose one inequation is like a greater than b. Okay. If you add any real number c, I mean suppose c is a real number. If you add c to this inequation on both sides, there is no change in inequation sign. That is, a plus c is greater than b plus c. Or if you subtract c on both sides, then also no change in inequation sign. That is, a minus c greater than b minus c. You must remember that by adding or subtracting any real number on both sides, inequation sign remains same. Is it clear? Right. Suppose a is greater than b and c not equal to 0 and it is a real number. Okay. So c is a non-zero real number. Suppose if you multiply this inequation with c, what will happen once we observe? Okay. See, suppose c is positive, then if you multiply this inequation with c, inequation sign remains same. That is, AC is greater than BC. Suppose C is negative, then inequation sign changes. That is, AC this greater than become less than BC. And same story for division also. If C is positive, then if you divide with C, no change in inequation sign. But if C is negative, then inequation sign changes. Is it? So this is very important property and golden rule. You must remember this. Without having this knowledge, so many of the students, they commit mistakes while solving inequations. So while solving inequation, if you multiply that with a positive real number on both sides, then no change in inequation sign. But if you multiply or divide with a non-zero negative real number, then inequation sign changes. Is it clear? Okay, see, till now we discussed about what is inequation and how to represent solutions of inequations using intervals. Is it? See, suppose while solving any question, if you arrive at x greater than 2, then what we write? We can write all the values more than 2. Is 2 included? No. More than 2 means, can I go till infinity? Yes, you can. Is it? So, x belongs to open interval 2 to infinity. So, in any question, if there is x greater than 2, immediately you write x belongs to open interval 2 to infinity. Is it? And suppose if it is x greater than or equal to 2, then x belongs to closed interval 2 to infinity. Is it? Why? Because you can take every value more than 2 and also 2 included. That is the reason at 2 I have taken closed interval. Suppose if it is x less than 2, then we can write it as open interval minus infinity to 2. Suppose if it is less than or equal to 2, we can write x belongs to minus infinity to closed interval 2. Is it? And suppose if there is 2 less than x less than 3, means you have to write all the values between 2 and 3. So between 2 and 3, how many real numbers are there? Yes, infinitely many real numbers are there. Why? Because 2, 2.1 or between 2, 2.1, 2.01 or 2.001, 2.0001. Is it? Is there any end for that? No. So how many real numbers are there between 2 and 3? Yes, infinitely many real numbers are there between 2 and 3. So to represent all those values, we use interval. So here we can write it as, you can take all values between 2, 3, but you can't take 2 and you can't take 3. Is it? So you can write it as x belongs to open interval 2, 3. Is it? Suppose if there is something 2 less than or equal to x less than 3, then what we take? That is x belongs to, is 2 included? Yes, 2 included. So at 2, you take closed interval 2, but 3 is not included, open interval 3. What is meaning of closed interval 2, open interval 3? Yes, this means 2 included, 3 is not there, but you can take any number between 2 and 3. Is it? Suppose if it is something 2 less than x less than or equal to 3. So x belongs to open interval 2, closed interval 3. Is it? This means you can take every number between 2 and 3, including 3. Suppose 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. This means x belongs to closed interval 2, closed interval 3. Here 2 included, 3 included, and also you can take every number between 2 and 3. So this is denoted by x belongs to closed interval 2, closed interval 3. Okay, right. So before closing this session, my last question to you, that is, what is x. I mean, is it a positive number or negative number? Can you tell that? Yes, so many students, they think that x is a positive number. Why? Because by default, before we take positive sign, so they treat this as positive number. That is wrong. We can't say whether it is positive or negative. Why? Because it is not a number, just it is a variable, or just it is one alphabet. Is it? Is there any positive alphabets, negative alphabets? Then how you can say that it is positive? Is it? No, here it is a variable. So variable means in place of x, you can take any real number. Suppose I am taking x equal to 10, then for me it is positive. Is it? Why? Because I have taken 10 in place of x. 10 is positive, so x is positive. Suppose if you take x minus 3, for you x will be what? Negative. Is it right? Suppose some other fellow can take x equal to minus 100. Then for him x is positive or negative? Yes, for him x is negative. Suppose if I take x 20, then for me x is positive. Is it right? So that is the reason we can't say the sign of x. Suppose x is any real number, that may be positive real number or that may be negative real number. So you can't say that it is positive or negative. Is it right? That depends on the value what we are taking in place of x. Is it clear? So my dear students, now onwards you don't confuse and you don't think that x, by seeing x, you don't treat that as positive or negative. That is wrong. Is it right? So in place of x, what we are taking, what number we are giving in place of x, based on that we can give the sign to x. Is it clear? Suppose while solving one question, if there is 4 by x greater than 2, so many students blindly they do cross multiplication and they write 4 greater than 2x. It is wrong. Why this is wrong? Why? Because we don't know whether x is positive or negative. X may be positive or x may be negative. Suppose x is positive, then if you multiply one inequation with a positive real number, no change in inequation sign. Suppose x is negative, what will happen? You should change inequation sign. So without having the knowledge of sign of this x, how you can go for cross multiplication? Is it correct? No, it's not correct. I think you understand why this is wrong. Why? Because we don't know whether x is positive or x is negative. Why? Because we can't say the sign of x. That depends on the value what we are taking in place of x. So how to solve this type of inequations? In my next video, I will explain all those things, how to solve the inequations. My dear students, hope you enjoyed this session. Share this video with your friends, subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon to get latest notifications. Thank you.